Welcome to the Creation Evaluation Station. On this episode, we will be looking at Jurassic World Dominion's Blue and Beta's Velociraptor capture. Those who are not familiar with my channel, I give in-depth reviews of models and construction kits, both new and old, mostly Lego, but other products as well. I also give discussion and review of other creative works such as movies, cartoons, and video games. Because they are in-depth reviews, they tend to be on the lengthy side. So there are conveniently timestamps down below. You can use the red bar, they'll pop up along the side or down in the description. And you can skip to certain parts of the video. You can use these as bookmarks to come back and go where you left off, or to just see the parts that are more interesting. If you're don't care about what parts are in the set and just want to see the main review, there's a timestamp for that. If you want to see my personal thoughts and my grading of the set and other discussion, that's towards the end. But there's a timestamp for that, so you can skip everything else and go right to that. If you want to see just the figures or just the dinosaur, or you want to see what parts are left over, timestamps for all these. So use them, and I hope they will be a big help to navigate my video. So back to the set here. See the front? Oh, yeah, that's the front. Looks very similar to the back. So I was looking at it, I was like, oh no, I put the wrong side up. But no, I was right. It's a 6+ set for ages 6 and plus. It's set number 76946, and it has, what did I say, 181 pieces, and retails for $29.99 on the Lego website, and is currently available. So you can go check it out. There should be a link down below. This is not a sponsored video. So anyways, let's open her up and take a look inside and put it together and take a closer look at everything. We have the contents of the box here. We have an instruction booklet. And not too thick, but nice sized. We have bag 1. We have bag 2, which is a lot bigger than bag 1. And that's it for the number bags. And then we have Blue all wrapped up and ready for packing. But yeah, that's all there is in here. There's no stickers in this one, though it really doesn't look like it needs stickers. So Beta must be in one of the bags. So let's break them down and see what's in each one. First, we have the contents of the bag Raptor, Blue, in his separate bag. But I also got all of bag 1 here as well. And bag 1 also had Beta. Definitely a new part. Take a little closer look at that later. But we got some wheels for the bike. Wheels, tires, plant pieces, a lot of greenery and wood pieces, dirt ground pieces. Got some of these fencing ladder pieces, depending what you're using it for, of course. Some hinges. We got some chains, hunk of meat for some hungry raptors, and it looks like maces in this. Not a lot in this first bag. Looks like most of the vehicles in the next bag. Here is the second bag. Now there's quite a few pieces in here, but it looks like it's all for the truck. And the truck looks pretty simple, but apparently it's a little bit more complicated because there are quite a few pieces here. Well, maybe they're not all for the truck, but there's quite a bit here. And we have our last character in here. Got some nice transparent pieces there, and then of course the windshield, which I think those belong to the back of the truck. Windshield in the back. But a lot more here than in that other bag. But they definitely divided it up with certain builds in mind. Here we have our leftover pieces. Not too much in this one, but it wasn't a very big set. So we do have this nice chain piece, and of course leftover syringes. There's always duplicate syringes, and cheese slice, or cheese wedge pieces, and other assorted typical leftover parts. Here are our cast of characters for this set. Well, almost. We're missing Blue, but we'll look at her in just a little bit. We got, try to pronounce his name right. We have Rain Delacour. We have Beta. And we have Maze. All grown up from the other movie. Well, mostly grown up. The Beta figure is a new mold for a juvenile raptor, not a baby raptor. It's actually probably more accurate to the actual height of a Velociraptor. So as you can see, a single one wouldn't quite be so deadly to a human. Now, if they were still hunting in packs, it could be dangerous. But yeah, a lot smaller than the raptors that were in the movie. But she's got really nice printing. I called it a she. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie yet. But all the raptors were female, so I guess that's a good enough assumption. Let's just pop her off here. She's got anti-studs on her feet. Fits nicely on a 2x2 stud area. She's got a single stud on her back. She fits very nicely on top of a regular raptor. In this case, Blue. It is a bit hollow inside, but that's, okay. It's still good and sturdy. It just saves money on plastic and such. But you're not going to see that too much if you, having her upright standing. So, on to the other characters. They both have really nice prints. So again, he's got his trench coat on, but of course no side printing. Just needed to do something. The trench coats are cool, but they could be a little bit cooler. They weren't just the front of them. I like the hat and hair combo here. I know we've seen it in one of the other sets. So let's take off the accessories and pop off those hats and hair. We're bald. Anyways. So, I don't know what's the deal with this guy's different colored hands. We'll find out when we watch the movie, I suppose. Faces look good. I don't know what's up with his tattoo. I mean, I guess that's his thing, but definitely gives him a distinct look. She's got this jacket on. It's got look to the back here. You got pretty good printing on the backs. Just about as good as the front, and there's still that weird thing on the back of her coat. I don't know if I could see it in the movie, maybe it'd make more sense. Looks like some kind of weird gingerbread or something. Gingerbread man? I don't know. I don't know what it's supposed to be. But yeah, there they are. Now let's go check out Blue. I might bring Beta along with it. We have Blue here, and she looks pretty darn good, I gotta say. I mean, I know they've done her in sand blue. It's more like a grayish color, a pale gray. And yeah, and I think it is a little bit more realistic. I mean, yeah, you get the blue striping. Looks really good. And on top of that, there's a beige paint that they use. And from a distance, I mean, you can't really see the details of it, but you can still see it, and it gives it a very good, like, a texture to it. And other than that, there's not much difference with her. Typical raptor, open, shut mouth. clippy clippy, crunchy crunchy noises, clicky noises. That's what I want to say, clicky noises. And your rotating head, go all the way around, so it can look like it's possessed. He's got the arms, go up and down, and the little clips on the hands so it can hold on to poles or minifigure accessories. 4 studs on the back, anti-studs on the feet, lower feet, moves up and down. Get some nice good poses out of it. Got a rubber tail. You can see right there where the divide is. That's pretty much her, but you see the 4 studs? It's a perfect place to have Beta right on her back. Look at that. Is that not cute or what? So yeah, I really like this version of her. This is the only set she's in this this wave, unless we get more Jurassic World sets. We'll probably talk more about that in another video. I don't know if we'll get more after the movie comes out, but there could be some surprises we haven't seen yet, and they might be holding back on us. Here we have everything here. We'll look at things closer. I've already looked at Blue. We'll start probably with the, I guess it's a bicycle and a little log stump. Not that super impressive, but let's get down to it. First, Blue's gonna step aside here, and we're gonna bring this over here into the middle. Now the motorcycle, or not motorcycle, bicycle, mountain bike, isn't anything new really. I'm not sure if it's the same mold as the regular bicycle. Pretty impressive that they, if it is, because they've made it designed for these thicker, bigger tires. And whoop, it rolls really well, as you can see. And she, on a nice flat surface, she can balance. This isn't exactly perfect. There we go. Off to the side a little bit, but yeah, she can balance on the bike. It's got decent balance, and it rolls good. Although getting her to keep her balance is a little bit on the hard side. Now, this ramp, not sure what's going on here. It's probably part of the movie. You know, she's off-roading it, so there's this nice ramp. You can't exactly, you know, roll her up it. The bike doesn't, you know, stay stable enough. She'd easily fall over either way. I like to do this is you can hook it right there. It looks like she's going over it and down the other side. By the way, this is a real thing in mountain biking, to go over lugs. You basically pop the wheelie of the front while going forward, so you can bring up the front and then bring over the back tire. In this case, she would bring it up and over and go back down. Just not on the ground. So that's kind of cool. Just a, you know, neat little foliage thing. It's not really a stunt thing. It doesn't really work too well. Although if you had one of those stunt bikes, maybe they would work on here. There's a bit of a drop here on the bottom and the top a little bit. So you could try it. I don't have one. I was going to pick up one of the single ones just to try them out, which I may do still. Probably have a quick review on something like that if I do. Alright, next up is the trap. So we'll look at the truck list. Fairly simple, straightforward. You got basically clips on the chain so you can move this around. You open it all up. It's supposed to be like this. And meat's there, sitting there, tempting the poor little raptor. And goes in and gets it. And apparently it's spring loaded. There's a not really functioning trap. And goes ding ding. Now this, I don't think is part of the spring, but to hold it in place, you you know, she's still going to be able to get out of the top. So you put this chain over her neck, I suppose. It's not, you know, a functioning trap. But I guess that's how it works. Now, I don't know if this is exactly the type of thing they use in the movie. We'll have to see and find out. But it holds her pretty good. Looks like she's kind of trapped in there. And this trap fits right in the back of the truck. So we might as well look at that next and see first how it fits in there. Now, the back of the truck, excuse me, take care, talk to you later. It's pretty simple, but there's enough space in here. And that little, this is just big enough that it sits right in there. And doesn't move around much, which is really nice. It's simple design. It doesn't go anywhere. I mean, unless you flip it over. But so it fits really nice after you've captured the raptor and put you to take it wherever. I don't know what the story's going. But this truck is overall very nice. Got some nice build for the front. Been putting a lot of 4+ vehicles together. It's nice to build something rather than just have a printed front end. Not that they look terrible, but this looks really nice. And even the side, the coloring looks really good. Now they get that white stripe going down in there. Very classy. Oh, and this thing rolls really well. Zoom. Yeah, very well. Now the tailgate unfortunately does not open up. It's stationary, which kind of sucks, but it's got some nice taillights here. And I like the bumpers on this thing. They look so realistic. If this thing had stickers, which I don't know, maybe I looked through the pamphlet. I didn't see it. Better check the box again, but there were stickers. They'd probably be for the bumpers. The front bumpers basically the same shape. Looks really nice. We got nice builds here for little simple builds for rear view mirrors. And the top pops off easy. So you can put a driver in there. It's only a single seater. And where is our driver? Here he is. Now you can put him in with the gun, but it gets harder to put him in there. And he's just like holding the gun at a weird angle. Fortunately, there's no place to put the trank gun. So either you have him hold it while he's in there, or you toss it in the back or somewhere else. Let's bring over the trap here because the truck wants to roll away on me. But yeah, we'll just take it out for now. And he fits in there pretty good. The back, like when he's got the gun, it's a little bit more awkward to put it in. And I found it's pretty easy to pop off this back part, so you could put him, it makes it easier to put him in with the gun. I can always just toss the gun alongside him so he doesn't lose it that way. And then the lid goes back on, and that's that. It's a nice looking truck. It doesn't have a functioning hood or a functioning tailgate, but it looks really nice. Oh, and the underside. Oh, there comes the gun. Not anything fancy under there. I did like the build for this though, which I'll talk more about later. It looks simple, but it ended up being more complicated. But that's that. Let's go back to the desk and give it a final review. Okay, back at the desk here, and let's give this a final eval. But first, a quick overall thoughts. I really like this set. This truck build is really nice. The other things complemented very well. I mean, I don't even know that we need this log piece here that she's trying to drive over. But, you know, it's a little addition. helps give it more character. Got blue here, of course. It's the only set that blue comes in. And then beta, which yes, is the only set beta comes in. Don't know the story behind it. We'll be looking forward to that movie. I will be watching it and probably reviewing it shortly after. But yeah, it's a pretty good set all around. So that's my general thoughts. Let's give it a grade and see what we come up with. As far as appearance, no problems with anything here. It all looks fairly good. The trap looks okay. Like it. Not sure how it works. If it actually looks like that in the movie, I imagine it's spring operated, but there's no indicator of that here. There really wouldn't be unless it actually had that kind of function to it. The little log, it's fine. Her mountain bike's cool looking. Simple, I mean basic looking, but it's fairly passable. And the truck looks amazing. Blue looks good. Beta looks good. The figures look good. So I gave appearance a 10. Yeah. Now function, everything works fine here. Posability, Raptor, the trap works great. It'd be nice if it actually had some kind of spring action. Open it up. The truck rolls good. The bike rolls good. You got the, you can take the cab off easy to get the driver inside. This actually, the trap fits inside the back of the truck. Didn't really require too much. I think they didn't require much to altering to actually get them to work with each other. It was pretty easy. The only thing is the truck doesn't have a tailgate that opens and doesn't have a hood that opens. And it's a complicated enough truck that I think at least the trunk would be good to have open. I can understand not having the hood, because as soon as you have the hood open, somebody's going to say, well, where's the engine? And you're going to want to have some kind of representation of the engine, and you're going to end up having to build a bigger truck to accommodate for that, perhaps. But overall, it's pretty good, and everything else works fine. Those are just kind of more nitpicky things that could have happened, and just because of that, we're going to give it a 9. So yeah, function got a 9. Now fun, lots of fun here. We have this bike that works really well, rolls good. You can play around with it. That it's not really a stunt vehicle, so there's not too much you can do with the log. The truck rolls really well. You got the trap, you got a great story taking place here, scenario that you can play with trying to capture the raptors, or maybe they've already caught Beta and they're coming to Beta's rescue and trying to get the Beta back, and just a couple different scenarios you can go with this. Got Raptor, that's fun to play with. Truck, excuse me, rolls really well. Trap works with the truck. There's a lot of good stuff here, and a lot of fun to be had. And the build for the truck was pretty good too. I can't say too much for these, are kind of really small. Although the trap was a little on the interesting side. Not too much to the ramp, but the overall, there's a lot of fun here, and it got a 10 as well. Now, techniques. Nothing too fancy with the log, nothing too fancy with the trap. Pretty basic building, usage of parts. The truck had some very interesting things, how it was built up. And how it, it's quite small, but it's a little bit more complex than it appears. And the complexity of the build gives the ability for all these nice appearances, like the stripe along the side, these nice bumpers in the front, the grille, the lighting, the lights, the tail lights, the headlights, all the lights. And even you can see the bed of the truck with the inner wheel wells and stuff like that is really done well. And that's the primary build of this set, and the technique was really decent, and there are some really amazing techniques, but it's really good, and it all adds up to something really nice, which is this truck. So I ended up giving technique a 10 as well. It's just really nice looking, and a lot of different things were done to make it look like that, even though you can't see it from the outside. We take our scores, add them up, and we get a 39, and divide that by 4, and we get a 9.75. And of course, we round up, so this set is getting a 10. Not a solid 10, but a 10. It's still a 10. Because we rounded it up. That being said, yeah, I really like this set. I just don't like the price. And this is where things go south. I'm not going to give it a grade, but we're going to talk about it. This is $29.99. 181 pieces. Not too many pieces, really. Most of it's in that truck. That gives you your price point rating of 16 cents per piece, which is pretty high. And to be honest, just looking at this looks like a $20, maybe $25 set. It's $30. And I don't like the price. Don't like it. A good price would be $20. An okay price would be $25. It's almost $30, and I don't feel like you're quite getting that value. I mean, it's iffy. I mean, you consider the Raptor $10, and you just deal with this. Truck can be 10. You're not quite getting 5 here, but there's quite a bit of pieces in this truck, so maybe, $10 to $15. This is a little bit bigger vehicle than a simple car, which would be 10. Plus, you get 2 figures. 15. That's what I said. 2025, but it's 30. And so I don't love the price. If you can get it for 25, I think you're getting a pretty good deal. You get it for 20, that's a great deal, but I doubt you're going to get it that low with the current economy and other things. I don't think this set's going to go on clearance. I think this will be a big seller. So, yeah, it's gonna sell, even though it is more on the expensive side, because it's got blue and beta, which I don't know if beta's gonna be a favorite, but considering it's a younger baby dinosaur version of blue, people are probably gonna want it. And it's the only dinosaur mold we have of that currently. Although, give them time, they'll probably have more. Yeah, so they probably knew what they were doing, having the price higher with this set. I still don't like it. I just really like the set, though. I don't know what more to say, but the set's really great. So let me know what you guys think about it down in the comment section. Price versus desire, you know. Builds great. You got unique dinosaurs, and not really unique figures. These are in other ones I've already looked at, although I haven't finished them all yet. This truck is really great. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. And of course, if you haven't yet, subscribe if you're new here or just haven't. Please subscribe and help the channel out. And as well, you'll get notifications from YouTube. Hit the notification button, but those notifications are sometimes late. So I have both Facebook and Twitter links down below that you can follow me there and get updates as soon as I get them out, which is shortly after I upload. So you'll see it right away. And that's it for me here at the Creation Evaluation Station, reminding you creativity is key.